absolutely.
But
and now Ponder's doing exactly the right thing, building a nexus in the middle of the map. But Kenjim also doing the same thing and building a nexus in Ponder's old base.
yeah, with one happy probe going, it's all mine.
Yeah,
this is all mine.
That's
He's
like
like the king of the Kenjim.
it's almost like winning the lottery.
Kind of. Oh, there's a shark.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind living on this map, like if there was a little house somewhere on it, away from the protest lasers.
Maybe map people can build a house for you.
Yeah, my second challenge to the map builders of Starcraft.org: build a house for negative suns on Agria colony map, whatever map this is.
And I really just think Ponderous has too many units right now. He's just going to wreck through and kill this happy probe away, and you know.
This is why my house needs to be secluded.
You get an island house.
Yeah, it definitely needs to be on the island, or just maybe even add a little island somewhere off in the corner with a little house on it, far away from lasers. I think, yeah, I mean, there's no army left for Kenjim. This is GG for Ponders. So Ponders is going to be leading 2-0 now, and remember, this is a best of 5, so the first player to 3 wins takes that awesome NVIDIA video card home. So Ponders needs to only win 1 more game, whereas Kenjim needs to come back and win 3 in a row.
The pressure is on, Kenjim. All right, let's go on to game 3. GG.
GG.
We are on to round 3 of the Starcraft.org Starcraft Amateur Hour Finals.
Yeah, the first ever Starcraft online party for Starcraft Amateur Hour on Starcraft.org is in the final couple games, and we have a desperate situation here for one of our players, Kenjim, who needs to win 3 games in a row if he's going to pull out the victor of this tournament. Yeah. Because Ponders is up 2-0.
Nothing.
And this tournament is brought to you by our sponsors, NVIDIA, who's giving the first place winner an awesome video card. And
also by the new StarCraft 2 novel, and by SHOKZ Starcraft 2 Mastery Guide.
Yes.
All right, so let's get right on to game 3.
Yeah, let's go. Let's see what happens. Right. I'm super pumped.
I am super
excited.
Pumped.
I'm super pumped. I'm so pumped. I feel like I've been dancing all night.
I thought you said super pump initially.
Super pump? I can be super pump if you want me to be.
Super pump.
I'm no longer negative suns. I am now super pump.
Yeah. All right, so we are on Lost Temple. Ponderous is at the top position, and Kenjim, as a surprise,
has gone Terran.
Yeah, he forgot his Protoss roots. He said, you know what? Those aliens, they're just kind of silly. Stupid.
They're not stupid.
They're kind of stupid.
Sometimes they can be silly. Yeah, it's a very little known fact that all Protoss have an awesome sense of humor.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So, this is strange because Kenjim was playing Protoss this whole tournament.
Yeah.
Why would you... Really, it comes down to what do you think he was thinking for
the
switch?
I don't know. I mean, he must feel confident as Terran, or else he wouldn't have chosen them with everything on the line here. I think he was... It might be, you know, his second best race, or maybe a race that he feels equally comfortable with, and maybe he's hoping to get one up on his opponent by surprising him with a race switch and trying to get an advantage there. Maybe he feels slightly overwhelmed by Ponderous's skill.
Yeah, and maybe that race, you know, maybe he could have tricked with the race switch, thinking Lost Temple's a big map. Maybe he'll scout me last, but unluckily for him, Ponderous scouts Kenjim first.
Right.
And is seeing, oh, okay. Actually, but he would have seen that even in the intro of the game, right?
Yeah.
Because we're not playing random, unless you played random this game.
Unless you went random, I'm not. Yeah, I don't know.
I have no clue.
And it's interesting. Ponderous actually scouting Kenjim in a slightly atypical scouting pattern. Normally, you would go from the top base to the left base on Lost Temple. So he's going. He must have had a sixth sense that his opponent was across the lake.
Ponderous has map hack.
Disqualified.
Kenjim wins the card.
Yeah.
But I mean, do you see any benefits to Terran versus Terran going against a Protoss on this map?
It depends. I feel like it's a pretty balanced overall matchup. I think that if Terran could leverage the strength, not overpoweredness, of siege tanks, that he might be able to get an advantage there, or using ghosts creatively. But also, a lot of Protoss units are very strong versus Terrans, be it, Dark Templar or High Templar or Mortals, what have you.
Well, we do notice Kenjim walling off in this game, as the last game, he really could have used that wall off. And so, using it to his benefit on such a big map now.
Yeah.
Lost Tempo always scares the living crap out of me just because of the long border around it.
Yeah,
And
it's so easy to drop on this map.
yeah, drop, and any race can just so easily drop, and especially in these positions right here. You know,
I mean,
you just have a small little, I call this River Kimbo.
River Kimbo?
Yeah.
The River Kimbo.
You could easily cross that.
Yeah, the River Kimbo is easily forded. But you know, actually, now that you mentioned that, that could definitely also be part of Kenjim's plan, because it is actually super easy to do dropship harass with Terran infantry. So possibly, I mean, they're not dropships anymore, are they? They're medevacs.
Medevac dropships.
Yeah. So that could totally be part of his plan also on a map like this.
Okay, so let's get into the game a little bit now.
Yeah, let's see what's happening.
All right, so we have Ponderous with 1-gate Cybercore, and it looks like
he's getting warp. He's researching warp gate and adding another. He's researching warping rather and adding another warp gate. Actually, he's adding 2 more, so it looks like he's going with some sort of gateway composition, at least to start off.
Yeah, it looks like a steady mix of gateway units. You have your zealots, you have your stalkers, you have some sentries on the way.
Well, three gateways this early and chrono boosting on the gateway without adding any tech buildings like a Twilight Council, to me tells me that he's going to go for some sort of early push, or at least leverage an early army based off of gateway units.
And we have Kenjim going for Marauders, concussive shells already being researched. We have 1 barracks down, and we have second one. So we're going for 3 barracks this time, so we're not seeing any funny business. No factories, no...
so it looks like also an infantry mix for Kenjim also.
No awesome little tanks to just... I know it's like a noobish move at this point, but I just love tanks right there. Love it. There's nothing better.
I don't think it's new. I don't think it's cheesy. I think that you know, that's why those cliffs are there. Almost beyond a doubt, the reason why those cliffs are on this map is for harassing the natural, with tanks or whatever. So now we see a robotics facility go down for Ponderous, and that's interesting. I'm curious if he goes for Colossus or just to get some immortals, or even just an observer.
Yeah, I mean, Ponderous does own both of the Zelnaga watchtowers on the map right now. Oh, I guess he stopped owning that one so he can go in, but a little too close to that.
We do see a proxy pylon built at his opponent's
no, we don't.
gold natural.
Oh, we do.
So I think that he's definitely planning to use those warp gates to for some sort of push, because that's there to reinforce his push.
See, I kind of wish this pylon was just like right here.
Yeah, I want it a little bit closer.
You know, you could warp over that. Right over that thing.
Yeah,
it'd be great. That'd be so fun. Ponderous, what are you thinking, man?
Yeah,
be fun for us. Come on, just stop.
Map hacks and bad pylon placement.
It was probably because the bot playing for him right now.
Yeah, didn't realize that was No, Ponderous has shown awesome skill as Protoss in this tournament so far. So props to him.
So, Kenjim going for the expand, luckily, because Ponderous is going already for his expansion right now. So great timing by both players, capitalizing on timing expansion expand timings. Expansion timings? What am I saying?
Yeah, I'm wondering myself.
I don't know. Whatever.
Something.
I like pizza.
I like that. I like pizza too. What's your favorite flavor?
Like the one that looks orange and red.
Yeah, I like extra cheese. Like I see all these fancy toppings all the time, and I just always want extra cheese. Wow, a nice
snipe.
Nice observation of the observer by Kenjim.
Yeah, but he already did. Ponderous did see the expansion already, so he is aware fully of the situation. And does Kenjim know of the expansion? Not just yet, but I'm sure at this point he's probably suspecting, just for the sense of he hasn't seen any kind of push, hasn't really seen anything really even push up besides that one probe that tried to get in for a second. So he's probably thinking that Ponderous is also going for his macro heavy build, which he's quite good at.
And Ponderous leading again now on food, as he did in both of those previous games. He's just so strong at macro, like 60 food right now to 40, to basically a 10 food difference right now between the two players, which is huge.
And that keeps growing, as we've seen the past 2 games. It keeps growing and growing as the game goes on.
Yeah.
So I mean, really.
And Ponderous, I hope Ponderous is able to see those ghosts in the army composition of his opponent and note them, because they are so small and hard to see.
Yeah.
But ghosts can make such a big difference to the Protoss army if those EMPs go off well.
See, I'm surprised that we haven't seen Kenjim go for a little bit earlier pushes in these games.
Yeah.
Especially once you start to learn your opponent. You're in game 3. You know, okay, your opponent is just very good at macro. He's just outplaying you. Just
I would
straight up.
yeah, I know where you're going with this.
You need to, you need to pull little cheap punches sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, like, and in general, also in the rock paper scissors of metagaming, I guess it's sort of like metagaming, not really. In StarCraft, if you're facing an opponent who you know is stronger than you at macro, is going to have a bigger army than you faster, even if, you know, neither side attacks, your best bet is to attack and stop them from macroing in some way. Either attack their economy or do an early push to try to win the game, because you already know you're not going to, probably not going to out macro them.
You need to do anything you can to throw them off and to outthink in the sneakiest little ways. I mean, it's like the U.S. versus Europe.
And you see it a lot.
In like, when did we fight Europe? In like 2002? When the U.S. fought Europe? And
in
like,
World War II?
No. We fought Europe for independence and we hid in the woods and stuff.
Oh, that was in
like
that
2002.
94 or 95, I think.
Yeah.
94.
Like, you need to think like the early Americans.
Yeah. But I think that, you know, it's a very good point, Guns Akimbo, and I think that, you know, you see it a lot even in the pro leagues, in the Korean pro leagues, where when you have players that happen to get paired against much more skilled opponents, you'll see them go for early rushes and harass strategies just because they know for a fact that they're not going to win on macro.
And it looks like Kenjim, without getting... Oh, he just barely gets that Xel'Naga tower. And by luck, and he sees Ponders' army working around and going into the base. It looks like almost a replay of Game 2 right now of the base training about to happen. But
and we do see a pretty big army difference right now between these two forces.
Oh, EMP. Beautiful EMP.
Nice EMP.
Still not enough Marauders here to do anything.
No, Zealots are actually so strong against Marauders, especially now that they have their leg speed upgrade.
Oh God! Being cut down.
I mean, and that's the thing, is a lot of Terrans build Marauders against Zealots because with concussive shells you can kite the Zealots effectively, and so many people mistakenly feel that, you know, Marauders counter Zealots, but once the Zealot gets up within hitting distance, like once the Zealot can hit you with his swords, Marauders die so quickly to Zealots. It's not even, I think one Zealot can almost kill two Marauders